Good morning guys and welcome to an early sunrise video. Not massively early this morning. Sunrise is in about 20 minutes time, which puts it about 20 to 7. But I'm very tired because it was very windy last night and didn't sleep particularly well. But yeah, I've come to the classic viewpoint that looks across, forgive me if I get it wrong, I think it's Reine or something like that. I'm not sure how you pronounce it exactly. But it's one of the larger old fishing villages here on the Lofoten Islands, towards the end of the islands. And the viewpoint that you can get from the top here is very easy to get to. You can literally just park right beside it and walk out of the tripod. But it's got this really nice view that looks down kind of the village into maybe one or two other villages around the area. I'm not 100% sure. But you get a nice kind of look to it. You get a nice mountains in the background and this kind of nice lake or fjord, and yeah, just quite a nice picturesque place. Now it's a bit cloudy behind us where the sun rises, so I'm not sure if we're going to get any amazing colours, but I'm going to head out now anyway because all the street lights are still on in the town and I want to get a few kind of images of those before they start turning off when the sun comes up. Yeah, so I'm going to get out now, head down there, and I will catch up with you in a little bit's time. Right, morning guys, I'm out at the location now. It's about 40 minutes, something like that, after you last saw me, so luckily most of the crowd has, has disappeared. Now further towards the left of the bridge you can get more of a shot looking into Reine or into the village, but for where I'm shooting here it's further down to the right of the bridge and you actually get it so you can line up these red fishing huts, actually with a peak in the background. Now I get you can't see what I'm talking about, but I will spin you around so you can see. So yeah, I'm shooting down into this mountain peak there right in front of me. I don't know what it's called, sorry. And the fisherman's huts, which you can see just below in the middle of the frame there, they are kind of on the bottom right hand side of my frame. I'm shooting portraits. I've done a few landscapes, but portraits are definitely the nicest. So these are the huts here. There's a nice one here which is just out of your view, but it's kind of going out to the sea a bit on some stilts, and then you also got a few stilts here, and this is the main mountain. When you're a bit further down, these do line up slightly better with the mountain there. Really nice scene. It's a shame we didn't get any light this morning. The photographers, most of them down here, probably 90% of them have gone now, which is just a bit strange because there's still a lot of usable light to be had. So it's just me and probably about 5-6 other people up here now, which is quite quiet considering what we've had recently. I'm shooting with my polarizer on and a Lee soft grad just to bring the sky down. Like I said, there is some nice definition in it. Fortunately, the colours in the sky are a bit grey. We did have a tiny bit of light in them earlier, but I'm not sure how well it's going to come out until I do some post on it. I might be able to get it to come out quite nicely. And I'm shooting with my 24 to 105 lens. The 16 to 35 is just too wide here. You think at this location you want a really wide lens, but it's actually nicer to zoom in, shoot around about 50mm actually. It's about perfect. And then just do some sweeps, and that's what I've been doing. I've been doing portrait shots about 50mm and sweeping them to the left of the frame, doing some panoramic stitches. I think they're going to come out quite nicely. I won't be able to tell, unfortunately, until they're on the computer. They are a bit one of those shots. I'm just going to fire off a shot now. I'm shooting at f16, ISO 50, no exposure compensation at all, straight in the middle, aperture priority, and that is give me a 2.5 second image. I'm shooting at 2-second timer, so there's no movement in the camera at all. And I'm just going to be sweeping around slightly to the left just to get a bit of a wider shot. It will either be a square crop or a panoramic image, or in an ideal world it'll work out to be a normal image size, which I think is 4x3. You might have to correct me if I'm wrong. Now I'm shooting with a polarizer here as well, simply because there is a bit of reflection and glare off the water. It's not doing much to cut it out, to be honest. I don't think there's a lot you can do with it, but it's helping to improve it slightly. But what I will be doing now is I'll be taking off my polarizer, and that will allow me to fit my my Lee big stopper, and I'm just going to be doing some really long exposures, see what they come out like. I'm not sure if there's enough definition in the cloud to really make them work, but it'll be nice to see what they come out like. Just going to do a final sweep now before I do that, and I'm just going to make extra careful on this one that I get everything lined up properly. It's quite nice here as well. Don't go too tight when you're doing your sweeps. You do get quite a nice bit of snow at the moment on this bank to the right of me, which you probably can't see. And with the trees and stuff in there, it is quite nice to get that in as well. It looks quite nice if you're not quite as telly and you're a bit zoomed further out. Right, that's the last sweep there. I don't think they're going to be very well aligned on those, to be honest, but I'll see how they come out. Yeah, I'm going to get the big stopper on now, see what that comes out, and I'll catch up with you when that's all set up.
Say something that will make my day, 'cause these memories of her won't go away. They're haunting me so I can't sleep. She was a pretty little liar who cut me deep, 'cause she left me here alone. Now my bed feels just like cobblestone. Oh, why did she go? Oh, was I supposed to know that she'd leave? Was I too naive to think that she'd be the one? Whoa, why did she go?
Right, that was quite funny actually. I was setting up to film you over there. I started talking and the wind picked up and blew the camera and the gimbal right over the kind of road here by the bridge. Luckily it's just snow below it, there's no kind of big drop, so I had to walk all the way around across the snow and pick you up. Bit of a nightmare. Now I put the big stopper on, but it's just far too dark for it still. The time of year up here at the moment, we get these really long kind of, not really sunset, but it's really soft light, and it's not very harsh. It takes a couple of hours in the morning and a couple of hours in the evening where it's just this soft, I wouldn't say it's dark because there's so much snow around, it's quite a light place, but there's not any kind of harsh light or anything to light stuff up, and a lot of the time on the camera it can't cope very well with those kind of darker scenes. Now I've got it set up with 2 grad filters now. I do this quite a lot, to be honest. What I really need actually is a Lee 6 stop, or little stopper as they call it, which I will at some point be looking to get, but at the moment I don't have one. So I just put 2 basically grad filters together. I'm using the top one just as a normal grad, a soft grad to bring the sky down, and the one below it I'm using fully pulled down, which is just giving me like a weekendy filter. But both of those together, it's given me an 8-second image. So I'm just going to take that now. 8 seconds is probably enough movement we need in the clouds, to be honest. They are moving quite quickly, and also like I was saying before, they're a bit too big. There's definition in them, but if I do a really long exposure like that, we're not going to get those nice streaks. We're just going to get the whole sky being kind of being like as if it's overcast with no definition in it. So 6 seconds or 8 seconds is probably about right, to be honest. Again, I'll probably end up doing a panoramic sweep with this one, just because I like how it's looking on the back of the camera. There's really nice light on the barns now as well, actually, or the fishermen's huts. That it's the sun's come off a bit behind me, so they're looking a really nice, vibrant red colour at the moment compared to a few hours ago, or say an hour ago when they were quite dim. Settings wise, like I say, I'm getting a 6-second image now. I slewed around to the left a bit where it's a bit lighter. I'm shooting high aperture at the moment. It's too high. It's higher than I normally shoot. I'm shooting at an aperture of f/18 on the 24-105 lens. That is a bit too high, to be honest. But I'm going to be able to recover that. I'm not too bothered because they're panoramic images going into kind of a normal 4x3 image. You get a normal landscape image out of it. They will be really big files, which means I can still print them relatively good size, even if I have to do some sharpening on them to fix that that softer aperture. So I'm not too fussed. Right, I'll leave it at that now. Thanks for watching this one. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's shown off another location to you if you're going to come to the Lofoten Islands. Didn't quite get that sunrise colours this morning that we wanted, but I think the blue house shots are going to come out quite nicely, and the ones this morning are quite nice. It's nice to hang around a bit later, actually, to be honest, because the place is kind of very quiet now, whereas this morning there probably was 30-40 people all crowded around this one spot I am now. So nice to see it a bit quieter and have a bit of peace. Yeah, cool location. Did see another white-tailed sea eagle come over earlier. Tried getting the camera out to shoot it, but it was kind of gone quite quickly. So yeah, cool place. Now from today onwards, I'm literally just going to go and get a load of sleep because I'm probably tired, and then maybe going up to a place called Unstad for the next vlog, which is a beach. They do a lot of surfing on it. I think it's the like northern best surf beach. I can't remember. It's got some claim to fame for it or something like that. But apparently it's the one on the island that most of the surfers go to. See if we can get some cool shots there. There is a mountain range to the left of it as well, so I think you can get some nice landscape shots. So yeah, I'll catch up with you there this afternoon, which will be in the next video. Hopefully get some nice sunset colours. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.